As I started to run up the building, I could see blood all over the floor.
Ambulances with a child on the floor not breathing. There's a male in the building which is called Tackle Tat.
When Axel Rudakubana went berserk with a knife at a children's dance workshop in Southport, many police officers raced to the scene.
It's all kicking off here, mate, as members of the public directed me into a building.
These are the officers who got there first.
There was maybe 25 adults, and all of them were looking at me, and all of them had this look of terror and fear.
He's not breathing. Going in to try and detain him. Watch out! Don't go!
You can't afford to be fearful or panic like the people that you were confronted with. How did you deal with that?
You know, what else was I supposed to do in that situation? I couldn't look myself in the mirror if I'd have turned the other way and not done anything.
Luke, what was the scene that confronted you when you arrived with Tim?
I jumped out the police car, was confronted with a crowd of people pointing me in there, he's in there, and then as I started to run up the building, I could see blood all over the floor.
I ran in for the safety of my fellow officers, just to make sure that they were okay. It was just going off pure adrenaline, really.
As I got to the door, that was partially smashed. Greg was stood there, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, large puddle of blood on the floor outside the door, and he just looked at me for 1 second and said, "Are you ready?" And that was it. There was no conversation, there was nothing else going on. He said, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go." Me and Greg formed a solid wall with our shoulders walking up the stairs, so he couldn't get past us.
How far away was he from you?
Within 2 metres. He was within striking distance.
I think it was already too late to save 2 of the victims that were in the building. But there was an adult, one of the dance teachers, who was shielding another child in a toilet. And that toilet was within arm's distance, as close as we are now, away from him. And I don't think he realised they were there. And had he realised they were there, I'm sure he would have tried to attack them. I think the second he realised that he was looking at 2 people who weren't scared of him, who were going to come in and confront him and attack him, all that bravery and bravado that he must have summoned up to attack innocent, defenceless children, he lost that straight away and he threw the knife down.
Axel Rudakubana was arrested by the officers and handed over to colleagues. He had already fatally injured 7-year-old Elsie Dot Stancombe, Bebe King, aged 6, and Alice da Silva Aguiar, who was 9. Rudakubana was jailed for life. The judge said that if he hadn't been stopped, he would have gone on to kill all 26 children at the dance class.